Welcome to Pregnancy Yoga Sun Salutations. Stand with your feet hip distance apart. Inhale, take the arms up wide. Exhale, bring your hands down towards the knees. Round the spine, gaze to baby, and then send the bottom out, lift the chest. Round the spine, gaze to baby, send the bottom out, lift the chest. Final one. Mobilizing the spine, and then walking the hands down, bringing both knees down together if you can. Set your foundations. Wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, and then bring the right foot in line with the left knee. Take some forwards, backwards rocks here. And start to circle out into that right hip. Any pain or discomfort, please bring both knees down towards the floor. If everything feels okay, you take the right foot up towards the hands, taking forwards, backwards rocks, stretching into the back of the leg and into the front of the hip. You can also elevate your hands on blocks here. Inhale, take the arms up high to the sky. Exhale, open them wide to the left side and then the right side in turn. Repeating that 5 times in total. Making sure that that front knee doesn't rock inwards or outwards too much. Maintaining it above the ankle. Exhale, take the hands back down towards the mat. And then slowly take that knee back to join the other knee. We'll go straight into the rolling cats. Exhale, reach the bottom behind you towards the heels. Inhale, rolling forwards. You can come down onto your forearms here or bend your elbows a little bit less if you're finding it more challenging. Take 5 of those. And then if you'd like to, you can tuck your toes under, press down through the hands on the exhalation, lift the knees, coming into a downward facing dog. Walking out the legs, taking the feet that hip distance or mat width apart. Take a big deep bend of the knees, bring baby in between the thighs and then come down towards the floor. Coming into puppy dog, your slow down labour position, or perhaps parting the knees as wide as you need to accommodate your baby coming into child's pose. Taking a rest in either of those positions, either the puppy dog pose or this child's pose. Ensure your forehead is stacked and supported. Checking in with your breath before bringing the left foot in line with the right knee and taking those forwards, backwards rocks. This is stretching into the pelvic floor and then making circles with that left knee, opening into the hip, creating flexibility and space. And perhaps bringing the left foot in line with the hands. Again, elevate the hands if it's too much strain here. You need to make sure that the hands are fully supported here. Slowly coming up onto that left side, reaching the arms up and then opening wide to the right and left in turn. You can turn your head to face the back arm if it feels comfortable to do so, or just keep your head looking straight ahead or eyes to the sky. It's more challenging when you create that movement. Deep breaths. Before finally bringing the hands back down towards the mat, taking that foot back and slowly walking the hands back. Pick up the knees, plant the feet firmly, pausing on the thighs. Inhale, reaching the arms up to the sky. Exhale, bring it back through the center. Just take one hand to heart, one hand to baby. Just check into how you're feeling, maybe a circle of the hips. Before we go into the second sun salutation, let's do a wobbly version down this time. Really good if you do have any tension in your pelvis at all or your lower back. We'll take some easy circles of the hips, walking the hands up so you're in a high kneeling position, so comfortable for everyone to be in. Inhale, reach your bottom out behind you. Exhale, scoop it forward as if you're taking a big scoop of ice cream with the hips. Great for strengthening the glutes, providing stability. Bring the hands back down towards the floor in your cat position. Wrists underneath the shoulders, knees under the hips. I'm taking some rolling cats here once again. Exhale, bottom to heels. Inhale, roll it forwards. You don't always have to do the downward dog, so we'll come straight back up. Pausing on your way up, inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, bring it back down through the center. We'll go again for sun salutation 3. Inhale up, exhale down towards the thighs. Coming straight down this time towards the mat. And taking the left hand into the middle of the mat. Taking the left foot off the long side of the mat and extending out through the right leg, coming into a gate pose. Not suitable here for any pelvic girdle pain. Reaching the arm up or extending past the ear with that right arm. Perhaps coming into a baby half moon. Exhale, hugging baby in towards the spine and lifting that right leg. This is a really strong move. Coming back to face the mat on all fours and coming through into your rolling cats. Remembering you can take a pause or a rest at any point in puppy dog or child's pose. Perhaps you'd like to take a downward dog here, just lengthening the backs of the legs. Allow the hips to rock from side to side, bending the knees deeply before exhaling with a horse lips breath to come down. Great for releasing tension in the face, particularly good in labour. We'll come to the other side here. So spinning the right knee, so the right foot comes off the mat, extending out through the left leg. Right wrist underneath the shoulder, extending the left arm up to the sky, maybe extending past the left ear. Taking a full stretch through that left side of the body. Exhaling, hug baby in if you're going to take the lift into that side. Baby half moon. Perhaps extending the arm to the sky if you feel comfortable and balanced here. Slowly coming back towards the mat. Resting now in puppy dog or child's pose. You can place a block down to support the forehead if there's not much space for you to reach back because baby's now getting in the way. Deep, slow, long breaths. Trying not to collapse into that mid part of the back here. Particularly if you're in that puppy dog pose and your bottom's in the air, and you're on your forearms. Shifting any props away before tucking the toes, walking the hands back, planting the feet, take a pause, check for dizziness. Reaching the arms forward, stand up to the sky, exhale, press the palms together. Come back down, and taking your feet hip distance or wider apart, deep bend in the knees and just circle out the hips. Breathing deeply and smoothly and rhythmically. Just checking to see how you're feeling. And coming into the camel pose, a camel walk here. Striking the heel down and rolling through the hips. Fantastic labour walk. Great for flexibility in the pelvis, the hips, the spine, and also just a little bit silly. Just what you need, some light relief in labour. taking your feet wider than hip distance apart and taking some slow circles through the hips. Now I'm doing this quite fast. The faster you go, the more it helps baby engage into the pelvis. You can take your arms up above the head. So this is our lasso cowgirl movement. So go slowly if you're in the earlier part of your pregnancy, but if you're in the latter stages or wanting to bring on labour, go faster and feel the speed. Slowly heel toe the feet in towards one another. Take a pause, take a rest. Deep breaths. If you felt like you've missed out on a downward dog, then coming against the wall can be helpful. So bring the hands roughly to the height of the hips. Ankles underneath the hips. Inhale, press into the wall with the hands. Exhale, press down through the heels. Now this can be really great if someone just holds onto the hips or applies a little bit of pressure to your lower back. Really great in labour too. And just rest your forehead towards your forearms. Take a rock from side to side just to complete these sun salutations, these last few movements. Important to know when to rest. So a great move to do if you haven't got a partner to hand is some pelvic tilts against the wall. Making sure your hair is out of the way. The back of the head, shoulders and top of the buttocks are resting against the wall, and you need to exhale. Hug baby in as you press your lower back into the wall. Inhale, allow the hips to drop forward so baby comes down between the thighs a little bit more. So you can come deeper into this pose, more into chair pose, where the hips are in line with the knees if you want to work deeply. If you can't press your lower back into the wall, you can just place a hand behind your back.